Hello students, I am Raghavendra Namdev, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering in Oriental College of Technology, Bhopal. In this fourth in the set of video lectures on steam nozzles, we will seek to understand how we can solve numericals on this topic. The first numerical requires use of expression for velocity derived for steam nozzle when the initial velocity is negligible. The second numerical requires use of expression for velocity when the initial velocity is non-zero. Numerical 1. Dry saturated steam enters a steam nozzle at a pressure of 15 bar and is discharged at a pressure of 2 bar. If the dryness fraction of discharged steam is 0.96, what will be final velocity of steam? If 10% of heat drop is lost in friction, also find percentage reduction in velocity. Neglect initial velocity of steam. Now solution. This numerical problem requires use of expression for velocity derived for steam nozzle. We must remember that the velocity requires use of enthalpy values. So the first step will be to find out enthalpy values at pressure at the entrance P1 and pressure at the exit P2. At P1 15 bar, we read from the steam tables enthalpy of saturated steam denoted by Hg as 2789.9 kilojoule per kilogram. The dryness fraction at this point is 1, that is, it is dry saturated steam. Again, at the exit pressure 2 bar, we read enthalpy of saturated water HF2 as 504.7 kilojoule per kilogram and enthalpy of saturated steam HFG2 as 2201.6 kilojoule per kilogram. Now the actual enthalpy at the entrance, that is 15 bar, will be same as the enthalpy of saturated steam Hg. So H1 is equal to 2789.9 kilojoule per kilogram, whereas the enthalpy at the exit will be given by HF2 plus X2 HFG2. So we put values and H2 is found out to be 504.7 plus 0.96 into 2201.6, that is equal to 2618.6 kilojoule per kilogram. Now, having found out values of H1 and H2, we can put the values in the expression for velocity V2 equal to square root of 2 H1 minus H2. So we substitute the values and see that V2 is equal to square root of 2 into 2789.9 minus 2618.2 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 3. This multiplication factor comes into picture because we have to find out velocity in terms of meter per second, and that requires enthalpy in terms of joules per kilogram. So given values in kilojoules have to be multiplied by 10 raised to the power 3. Solving the expression, we find out V2 equal to 585.9 meter per second, and that gives our first answer. In case 10% of heat drop is lost in friction, nozzle coefficient will be 1 minus 0.1, that is 0.9. Hence, the expression for velocity will have the same values as earlier, but those values will be multiplied by 0.9 as we see. The solution gives value of V2 in this case equal to 555.9 meter per second. So percentage reduction in velocity is 585.9 minus 555.9 divided by 585.9 multiplied by 100, and that is 5.12%, and that gives our second answer. Numerical 2. In a steam nozzle, the steam expands from 4 bar to 1 bar. The initial velocity is 60 meter per second and the initial temperature is 200 degrees Celsius. Determine the exit velocity if the nozzle efficiency is 92%. Now the solution. This numerical problem requires use of expression for velocity derived for steam nozzle as in numerical 1, but here the initial velocity is not 0. At nozzle entry, pressure P1 is 4 bar, temperature T1 is 200 degrees Celsius, and velocity V1 is 60 meter per second. At nozzle exit, pressure P2 is 1 bar and the efficiency of nozzle is 92%. As in numerical 1, we need to read steam tables to find out enthalpies at nozzle entry and nozzle exit. At 4 bar and 200 degrees Celsius, because the steam is superheated, we read enthalpy and entropy values from the properties of superheated steam. On reading, we get H1 equal to 2860.5 kilojoule per kilogram and entropy S1 equal to 7.171 kilojoule per kilogram. At 1 bar, the state of steam is wet steam. So we read the properties values from the properties of dry and saturated water and dry saturated steam. The property of dry saturated water, HF2, that is enthalpy, is 417.5 kilojoule per kilogram, and entropy SF2 is 1.3027 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. The dry saturated steam values, HFG2 is 2257.9 kilojoule per kilogram and entropy SFG2 is equal to 6.0571 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Now we see that we already know H1, but to find out H2 we need to know dryness fraction of steam. The dryness fraction of steam X2 is found by equating S1 and S2, which is equal to SF2 plus X2 into SFG2. Substituting values, we get 7.171 equal to 1.3027 plus X2 into 6.0571. So X2 is obtained as 7.171 minus 1.3027 divided by 6.057 and equal to 0.969. Having found out X2, enthalpy H2 is found out by substituting values of HF2, X2 and HFG2. It is found out to be 2605.4 kilojoules per kilogram. Now isentropic enthalpy drop will be difference of H1 and H2, that is 2860.5 minus 2605.4, that is equal to 266.1 kilojoule per kilogram. The isentropic enthalpy drop has been found out here using steam tables, but we can also determine this by using Mollier chart. We can directly read values of H1 and H2 from Mollier chart as 2860 kilojoule per kilogram and 2605 kilojoule per kilogram. So H1 minus H2 can be found out as equal to 255 kilojoule per kilogram. Now actual enthalpy drop H1 minus H2 dash is found out by multiplying H1 minus H2 by efficiency eta n. So it is found out to be 0.92 into 255.1, that is equal to 234.69 kilojoule per kilogram. Now we are in a position to apply the formula for exit velocity. So V2 dash is equal to square root of 2 H1 minus H2 dash plus V1 square. Substituting the values, we get square root of 2 into 34.69 into 10 raised to the power 3 plus 60 square. So it comes out to be 687.7 meter per second, and that gives our answer. Thank you. I hope you found it useful.